one thing that I had to adjust to was iba yung perception nila ng magaling, right? And this might just be my hot take, right?
Yeah, go.
My hot take is that like I feel like here there's a lot of value that's placed on seeing people work hard, right?
Yeah.
Effort.
Yeah.
Whereas there, what I found was that the people that were excelling were the ones that made it look easy.
Oh.
So interesting. And I was still very much wired the way that
Pinoy
na pakitang gilas.
Right.
I will work harder. I will work later. Whereas dati, alala ko, I had one moment with my boss and she said, "You stayed till 9 p.m. for this? Yeah, by 4 p.m. you should have called me and asked for help and tapos na tayo by 6. Right? Like you don't have to figure it out on your own. And actually, you shouldn't be spending this much time on something like this." And it just really rewired my brain in the sense that I was putting value in the wrong things. I was trying to show how hard I was working even if it wasn't coming off. Whereas what they would actually appreciate is just get it done sooner, put in less effort, but work smarter. Oh, yeah, I guess it's work smart versus work hard, right? But that was helpful because suddenly, okay, now I have my framework of how I want to work.
Right.
And so instead of just continuing to grind, I actually had to think through how I wanted to work first.
Right.
And that was just the recipe, right? Also, there's a lot of things left unsaid in terms of relationship building, playing the corporate game, and so on and so forth. That I didn't love so much, as you can imagine, right?
It's part of the game.
Yeah. And in terms of, you start off really as an associate and then you work your way and you start owning brands for yourself. And then you start
What brands did you carry?
I had Philadelphia cream cheese.
Oh, shit.
I had most of the Kraft cheese products, like Kraft singles, the things
Mac
you put
and
in.
cheese.
I never touched Kraft mac and cheese, but
Sayang.
made of the same stuff.
Cheddar.
Yeah.
You didn't do cheddar?
I had Velveeta.
Oh.
I had Maxwell House coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, so really,
pinapasalubong yun
I had Jello, I had Tang. So that's the experience, right? You get to work on all these brands, and you realize, you know what? A lot of these brands, zero effort.
Yeah,
they run themselves.
Correct.
And so you're
household brands ni.
You're not trying. I think to build a big brand, you're not trying to build something na kailangan mong ikayod every single day.
Right.
You're trying to build it to the point where it can kind of run itself.
Exactly.
Right. So that's a good learning that I took away.
Yeah, it's just like maintenance na lang, right? It's just para hindi ka makakalimutan and whatnot, or being the positioning at the stores, wherever you're gonna be at the point of sale, right?
Yeah.
Just so that nobody eats up your market share.
Yeah, and where I found myself grabbing, where I was placed, right? So now I didn't deliberately pick it, but I was in innovation. So what that meant was I was building new products within those brands.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
New products and also renovating existing products. So for example, for Philly cream cheese, we're trying to actually remove ingredients that didn't seem like English.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because you're trying to make it look cleaner, right? And if we make it so, you're already the market leader, you have the entire shelf.
Yeah.
So how do you drive even more purchase? And so like, what if I told you that suddenly there's no more xanthan gum in your Philadelphia cream cheese, right?
So,
and you know what? Canadians, they care, right?
They care.
Yeah. So for me to even say na I want to remove xanthan gum, ang dami ko ng research, nagbayad na ako, right? And so you build that case, then you remove it, right? And so it's that granular when you're in a company that big, right? And then eventually, in terms of thinking through, okay, is this what I want to do forever, right?
Yeah. Kundi, lifer ka na dun.
Well,
right?
You know what? It's interesting because you realize that, okay, this is actually a very good, comfortable life.
For sure.
Right? And it can be very lucrative. You grow. It's very stable.
Yep.
And so it's so tempting for this to be your ending, right? And where I was I kind of don't want just to experience one thing because it's the same thing that I've done since university.
Yeah.
And ever since I left, just because I was a little bit older, my plan was always to come home. And so every year that I stayed longer in craft, I said, oh my God, it's getting more tempting to just stay. And so I think when I turned 30, I told myself, okay, if I don't go home now,
wala na.
I'm never coming home.
You'll be a Canuck for life.
Yeah. And if I come home, I can always go back and I go back doing the exact same thing.
Correct.
Right. So I have that, one word that I hear so much more now than I never did before is optionality. Right.
Yes.
And so I had the option of coming back. So it was worthwhile for me to take the risk of coming home.
Right.
But the things that made me really miss home was, one is I think I preferred being around Filipinos.
Yes.
Is one. I decided that I appreciated a collectivist culture more than I did an individualist culture. And there's no right or wrong, right? It's a matter of preference. And I had a preference.
Mm.
And so I like that feeling of belonging to a community.
Mm.
And so I made the leap. I went home.
I love it. But you, bro, what I'm seeing as a pattern now is that every single thing that you've been doing since high school, you've always been very, very concise over what you want to end up. Clear siya yung vision mo every single time you want to go. When you did FMCG, when you went back to the Philippines, was there a clear vision of where you wanted to end up and what did you want to do? What was that like and how did you end up there?
I don't even know if I had a clear vision.
Well, you just wanted to come home.
Yeah, I think I have a general idea of the space that I wanted to end up in. Even there, right? I knew marketing, but I didn't know where within marketing. I didn't know if I want to go FMCG, agency, tech, etc.
Yeah.
And then eventually I decided. Right? Then same thing coming here na, okay, I think I want to do my own thing. And then when I came home, I realized I am so out of touch. What are these e-wallets? These do not exist. And so I was like, how am I going to make my own business if I don't even know how to live here? And so, I also gave myself time to take a break, right? So after university, I worked all the way and said, okay, let's give myself a few months to not work, reacclimatize living here, also take some vacation.
There's only 2 seasons, wet and dry.
Yes.
You have to overinvest in clothes.
Yeah. If anything, underinvest because you don't have to wear as many jackets and so on.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I came back and then I stumbled upon this. Really, I think we were just having wine one night. And for Soviva, the way I ended up here was I actually applied to be the founder. And so it was the most secretive job posting on LinkedIn.
Dude, I see it every once in a while. They're always hiring something.
Yeah.
Right? And again, the venture builder, I think there's several ones of them now.
Yeah.
So again, I always say it, in hindsight being 2020, so I'm going, I digress a little bit.
Yeah.
But if I had a choice, knowing what I know now and knowing also have the skill set that I have now, I'm a sales guy by default.
Sure.
That if you let me run my mouth, I'll arrive at I'll arrive at the
we will get
the outcome that I've planned all along.
Yeah.
However, if I didn't have the founder experience, my soft entry would be through a venture builder, because I still get to de-risk myself while still getting the founder hustle that I'm doing. So and for some reason 1882 is always hiring for something there. Yeah. So is that so walk me through what made it attractive, because again, the world is your oyster.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities that you can cherry pick. What made it interesting to hey, I want to be part of being the founder in 1882?
Well, we can say this now, but I was so clueless about the space. So I had no idea. And in the posting, you don't. It's a very different world for 1882 back then and now, right? And it's crazy because that's 3 years,
right?
Right. And so the posting's so secretive. It doesn't say anything about 1882. It doesn't say anything about Soviva. All you see is that there's a solar company. No, not even.
Oh,
yeah. So I had no idea about what this was. I was drinking a glass of wine, and it is a LinkedIn easy apply. And so, but there's questions, and so. And so I found myself, it's the first time I really dabbled into ChatGPT. And so he's just a thinking buddy. And so I put in my questions and I was like, in that process, I really enjoyed thinking about this, right? And it's a space that I knew nothing about. And so
were there hints at this point that they were kind of working on solar kind of thing?
It is absolutely solar forward, right? So you knew you were going into a solar company. You knew it was going to be focused on residential.
Got it.
And to me, it was, I didn't know what I was looking for, really, right? Initially, I wanted to start my own company. I couldn't think of anything, right? And I was trying to not go back to what I used to do, for as long as I can, right? But full disclosure, I interviewed, obviously, right? But I was hoping not to end up there,
right?
And so this suddenly, I was like, oh my god, this ticks so many boxes, right? It's high impact, just based on the space that it's playing in. It's something that works, right? Because it's math. You install solar, then it generates energy. Eventually, it leads to savings. You get to work on something that's good without you having to force it down someone's throat, right? Because essentially, what it does is that it gives you a cleaner source of energy. Removes. It's less impactful to the environment, and then it's also a very high growth space.